one, and then I'm gonna be like, hey.
It'd be like Mark, and then.
Now it's fucked up. Now it's fucked up, and it's.
Are you actually You're recording now.
Look at the time. Do you see that?
Yeah, we're 2 minutes in.
And it's all in. Heck with that.
We'll throw it on the end, adding the credits.
All right, fine.
We'll do the Persona 5 rant in the credits.
All right, no, that's fine. It's better. What it is the attempt at professionality, but.
No.
We
want casual here. We're casual gamer guys.
I'm extremely casual. I've been trying to play older games. Is what I've been doing the last couple of years. I've been enjoying. That's why I'm not worried about new games. Because I'm so behind on old stuff I didn't ever play. But in any case, I'll put that at the end. And who knows? Maybe I'll have to chop some things now. But in any case, wow. Train of thought.
Fullmetal Alchemist.
Yes, welcome to another episode of Animarathon. We are continuing. Our discussion of Fullmetal Alchemist because it's pretty close to the talk show for the last poll. Thank you everybody for participating, and we watched episodes
8 through 11, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
8 through 12.
8 through 12. Yeah.
8 through 12, which in my mind sounds like 4 episodes, but you got to include 5. The number of 8. So
it's 5.
It's 5 episodes, which.
Was Serial Killer. It was...
The Mining Town. Your favorite one, the Phantom Thief.
The Phantom Thief. It was a weird episode. And completely filler. We'll get to that.
We'll talk about it. And then the other Mining Town. That was a 2-parter with the
It
was another
mining town. You're right.
Gold, specifically a gold town they focused on. But another fucking mining town. So we could talk about it in general, or we could talk about the episodes one by one, because I thought they were fairly distinctive.
Yeah, definitely all very different episodes, very different plots.
Mm-hmm. Which one was your favorite? I think I know.
Which one was my favorite? I don't know. Probably I don't know. I don't know if I liked any of them more than any of the other ones. Fuck me.
Okay.
Maybe one of the Nash brothers, Nash kids.
One
of those episodes.
The fake Elric brothers. I think you said you thought that was the most important one.
And those are definitely the most important episodes.
Well, let's see. I'll tell you what. The serial killer, you got to meet Barry the Chopper.
Barry the Chopper, infamous for their first case.
Also
complete filler.
Could be complete filler. Let's see. Winry comes into town, and there's.
Well, I guess it wasn't complete filler. It really showed that.
Well, it's the after effects of the Nina Chimera killing dog.
Yeah, it's really showing how
upset he was, and
oh my god, what's the main character's name? I'm blanking.
Ed.
It really shows Ed overcoming his sense of human nature.
Okay.
To overcome that, right? To be like, this was really a stressful event. This was really a terrible thing. Mm-hmm. But I am a soldier now. That's really the
hammering of that.
I think the message of that show or that episode.
Yeah. Okay. How did you feel about Barry? How did you feel about the serial killer?
They could have literally had any villain there, and they could have just had the same episode.
And why do you think they went serial killer? Because when I was watching that, I was thinking, wow, this is really intense. This was on Adult Swim, right?
Why did they have a serial killer? I don't know, because to make him feel like a killer, they can't just have a random guy kidnap a girl and then have the same intensity, right? They wanted that intensity.
Well, I'm not going to spoil anything for you.
Does he come back?
But that episode is not entirely filler.
He comes back.
The thing about it is, this is the thing, is that with a lot of these episodes that we watched, they probably feel kind of like filler, but they tend to all tie in with something later. That episode might have some foreshadowing, and since it's different from the manga, I won't spoil that for you, but
Barry's coming back, isn't he?
Barry the Chopper might be there might be a reference to him at some point.
Oh, he's just a reference. He's not an actual. He doesn't come back as a main 2-parter villain that wants to murder children or something.
I'm not going to go into it since you don't know. I'm not going to go into it. But that's not total filler. The town.
The mining town. The girl, I'm sure, is gonna come back.
Lyra.
Yeah. She had weird clothes on and was drawn differently than other anime characters in that episode. So she's coming back.
But guaranteed. You didn't like her that much. That you thought her power was very one note. I'm gonna make wind and then more
very
wind.
One-sided. But maybe she's just an idiot. Who knows? She'll come back a learned child.
Okay. I will tell you that a learned child.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you that one once again is not entirely filler. There was like a lot. There's a lot of little nuggets. Like you're right. You might see her again.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
And
I wouldn't be surprised if they went back to the mining town again. Honestly, if they made reference to that.
There's a lot of callbacks to things that they're hinting
that's
at.
Fine.
Now, I really want to talk about the next one because I'm telling you this, people. All right. After we got done watching these episodes, Nick was like, all these seem like they're kind of filler, except that one. Like that one.
Definitely 100%.
Get a sense that we might see her again. You'll never see her again. Of all the episodes we watched, perhaps
we'll never see Phantom Teeth again?
Perhaps of the entire show.
That's surprising.
That one is like the most superfluous episode. The only thing plot-wise was when she talked to him at the end, she was like, you should go to this other town. You should go to this other town. That's the only thing.
We don't know why she knows anything about that. We don't know if she's like...
Because she knows about the Philosopher's Stone.
Actually part of the Pillar and she won't like...
Nope, she was there just for that. So
she's not even a bad. She's like a good villain too.
You liked it. You liked that.
Like
that
she
whole
had
thing.
cool powers and all that shit.
Like, yeah, her card gimmick where she could turn the card into
definitely
a sword.
A Persona 5. I know it's not a Persona 5 reference. I know Persona 5 came after.
Persona 3 or 2 or something.
Yeah, it came out after this, but like definitely like.
You have to explain that to me. That's what we were talking about at the beginning. What was the? What is that a reference to? Is there Phantom Thief in Persona?
In Persona 5, the main character is referred to as the Phantom Thieves. Those are the main characters. The Phantom Thieves. The whole game is tarot card themed. And it turns out she throws playing cards.
So you're saying your theory is that Persona 5 maybe could have been inspired by this one random episode of
translation on both sides.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Maybe.
We'll never know.
But okay, so you liked her powers. How do you feel about her motivation? Because I thought, I'll be honest, I forgot.
She was definitely a shit character as part of like designed and developed, but like maybe developed plot wise.
Plot wise, because I mean, I'll admit,
cool design.
I was fooled because I thought that she was like, just conning them with like, going into all these different institutions and then saying she's going to steal to save things, but doesn't care. But she's actually like a tourist attraction to save the town's economy. Like, to make her sort of a hero. I thought that was kind of an interesting twist.
Weird.
I didn't really like it, but I thought it was like...
If anything, the whole message of that episode was that like sometimes people are just evil for the sake of being evil.
The reason I wanted to bring it up with you is because my buddy... The anime hero, he likes the show too, but that is the one episode he thinks is the worst. He actually hates that episode.
I don't know. I hated it. I think I think it's weird that she never comes back, specifically because they showed that end scene where she escapes.
Oh yeah, well I guess
they could have just showed her going. They could have just had her been to jail. Fine, if she never comes back, she's in jail. But we know as an audience that she's not in jail.
That's true. You know what? I'm kind of okay with it as like a random one-shot episode. I'll sum up my thoughts with you when we're done with them. But you know what my big issue with her actually is? Well, you said you liked her design. I don't like her hat. Like the weird ear things.
They're like bunny ears, right?
Is that what they are?
They're like bunny ears folded over or something.
I don't know what they're supposed to be. I don't know
what they're supposed to be.
I just don't think it's alluring or intimidating. I guess it's to cover her head, so that we can't see her obvious hair. Did you like how there's like a mystery, but not really any mystery at all?
No, that episode was. I mean, that episode was awful. I agree.
He opened the door, and then I guess.
Yeah, they didn't have time to develop the mystery.
It's too short of an episode. I did like how she opens her chest, and that's her thing is to distract men and say, many women have this tattoo on our breasts. So that was kind of funny, but it was I liked the detective. He was kind of
fine. I think that episode could have been a two-parter too.
Yeah, I agree.
Imagine it, like if it was a two-parter. First part was actually a mystery, and then the end of the episode they find out it's her, and then the second episode is them catching her.
And I think fleshing out her character would have been better because you notice how when they kept doing the gag of her with different costumes and different buildings exploding, it felt like it was rushing a little bit.
Yeah, that episode was really rushed.
So yeah, I agree. I think that could have used maybe fleshing out more.
Yeah, because like the first thing I thought when I saw that was like, are they been here all week? You
know
what I mean?
Yeah. How long have they been in this town? That's a good point. You're right. For comedy, that kind of seemed like a little off. That's a good point. But then we get into the meat of it. I guess the most plot-heavy episode, which was the fake Elric brothers. And yet another mining town.
Nash.
Nash is their dad's name.
Yeah, that's all I know.
Fletcher was the little
kid's name. And Russell was the older
Russell,
boy's name.
Very good. Who?
But what was their last name?
Nash, right? Is the
no,
last name?
That was his first name. Lottingham, I think, or something.
I'm gonna look it up now.
I only read it, so I didn't actually hear it.
Yeah, because we have like the bad. What do you call it? We have we watched the dub this time with the Japanese subtitles, so
which was funny.
It was interesting to see like how they kind of sometimes match and sometimes.
Remember, they referred to the Phantom Thief as a lying bitch
in the Japanese
version.
Okay, you're right. Very good, Russell Tringham. Good. Yeah, Russell Tringham. So Fletcher and Russell Tringham. Okay, the Tringham brothers are pretending to be the Elric brothers and working on developing the Philosopher's Stone to kind of bring back gold for this town because this rich guys like do it.
But really, it's just a block of ice.
What?
Right?
No.
That's what they were making. The stones were condensed pieces of water.
Yes.
You can't tell me that wasn't just... they were making ice cubes.
Rocks, stones, crystallization. They call it crystallization.
Sure.
Ice. Okay. Sure. Whatever. Some kind of solid they're producing.
Yeah, they were making crystal. They said crystallization in the episode, but they were like...
basically like ice.
Yeah, they were condensing the red water, which they didn't explain.
Not really.
How that came to be.
Because their dad was working on it, and I guess developed... There's a hint. This is the introduction of the red water and the imperfect Philosopher's Stone knockoffs, which does become a recurring thing, and they do mention something about the after effect is like causing poison. That's putting the town
kills people or whatever,
and like it affects the babies, and something about how the women's placenta is involved with.
That was in the Japanese version.
The red water. Yeah, they hint that in the subtitles, so it's like, okay, we'll just briefly mention that. Might be foreshadowing something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I actually do know.
You watch the show.
Yeah, I mean, you even know.
It's made out of human souls and dead bodies?
No, they don't.
It hasn't been hinted at this whole fucking show?
No, not at all. So yeah, they kind of hint on that a little bit. And they interact with the brothers, find out what they're doing, and then they stop the guy who turns out Lust comes back again. One of the villains from before, the dark and mysterious lady, and she's manipulating this guy.
Apparently the red water doesn't affect her.
The water doesn't seem to affect her for some reason. She's not coughing.
We're not sure why yet.
Anything else? Maybe it's because she's not a person. Or
maybe.
Not human, maybe. But yeah, so that's about it. That's about it for that episode. Okay. All right. Well, a couple little things. Well, first of all, a little silly thing that bugged me is the end of that episode is the fucking letter. Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
He opened the letter on the train that he got. Okay, there was a letter in a basket of lemons that he got from a little girl.
Okay.
And there's a letter in it.
Mm-hmm.
He opens it. He's embarrassed. Doesn't want to show the older brother. The pseudo Al.
Yeah.
Not his older brother.
The younger brother. And and we're thinking, okay, so it's the little girl. It's like,
it's like an
thank
embarrassing
you, you're my hero.
Love letter or some shit.
That's what I'm thinking. But it's just the other guy saying, thank you.
You're a good role model.
You're a good role model for me. Saying. And he's so embarrassed that he's like fighting his... I thought that was a joke that kind of fell flat for me.
Yeah, that felt bad.
One thing that... I'll tell you one thing going back and watching the show. I've been enjoying... Well, I'll give you my overall opinion on these episodes, but in terms of... one of my big issues originally with the show was actually with the humor.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was such a serious show. Mm-hmm. It's a dark show that a lot of times I didn't really think the humor worked so well. I think it's actually worse than Brotherhood, but they do rely a lot on the short jokes, but I actually typically find those funnier now. I appreciate them more now. You seem to enjoy them somewhat.
They're okay.
But they do it like every episode.
Every scene. Almost like every other scene is just a short joke. And it's like,
why is he so insecure about his height?
Who knows?
I don't know.
I think at this point he would be secure about it. He'd be like, yeah, okay, it's a short joke.
Yeah, you got it. I think my favorite was when they were driving to, I think it's Lior, and the guy's like, oh yeah, Fullmetal Alchemist. He's the man of the people.
He's a pipsqueak.
Yeah, pipsqueak. Oh, he's like, oh,
how dare you call me an ultra hyper pipsqueak?
Oh, it's ultra hyper super pipsqueak, and it's like, oh yeah, before that he was like, oh yeah, the Fullmetal Alchemist must be could give you the image of this strong, tall guy. No, I hear he's really small, And what he says, oh, how dare you say he's somebody so small you can crush like an ant? Like, I didn't say that. And then, of course, he drives the guy away and destroys the car, and then they're in the desert, stranded. So
yeah,
he's so insecure about that. So I do find it kind of funny, but I think they lean on it a bit too much sometimes.
Probably too much.
Well, all right. All right. How did you feel about watching this cluster of episodes thus far? These last 5?
Fine. I still think the show's fine. I don't know if it's.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe now that I'm more into it, maybe I kind of think I want to watch more of it, but I don't know if it's like.
Because
still don't know if it's a good show, honestly.
One thing I'm noticing about it is I have a couple mixed things. I mean, I think that these episodes in particular, like I'm realizing this series we're about 12 episodes in. Yeah. It's a bit of a slow burn. Because we're still
pacing is
we're about to get into the meat of the actual plot stuff. I will promise you that more interesting things will consistently happen very soon. And I kept kind of looking through the episode guide because I'm thinking I'll be honest, when I saw these episodes, I think you stepped away and I rolled my eyes and groaned a little bit. I'm like, the fucking Phantom Thief and the two Elric brothers. I'm like.
But they were fine.
They were fine, and that's the thing. It's all right, here.
None of them are bad, but none of them are great either.
I think these are all fine episodes, but I have mixed feelings about rewatching it this time with these episodes specifically. Is the strength of the show with doing it this way, which is better than Brotherhood in some ways. It is doing world building. We do have this flashback. We're establishing how they gain the reputation. What are the problems to the people, and I'm fine with that. The problem is. You could have chopped a couple of these episodes off because every single episode, the last 5 episodes we watched, I guess 4 because 2 was basically 1, but all the episodes we watched in different ways showed the same theme again.
I think they all had the same over theme, but I think they had different under themes, right?
I guess so, different motivations, but but remember. In some of the earlier episodes, we saw the same stuff. It's guy trying to do alchemy to break people.
Alchemy can be used for evil, and it's
And I'm fine with these stories, but at the same time, I'm like, we get
it. Yeah, we got that. And I think
and
I think Ed losing his humanity a little bit in the one episode is important. I think.
Yeah. I think for character stuff, these are good things, but they're That lesson over and over again, because spoilers, as you obviously know, that's kind of the main theme of the show that the big bad guys are going to be doing anyway. So really, we're just seeing that on smaller scales.
Yeah.
To show that, and they're thinking, alchemy can't be this way. It's the strict rule. People can't do this. Authority can't do this. But it's. I mean, they'll get more disillusioned, I guess, as it goes on, and it keeps building. But I do think that a couple of these episodes were a little repetitive.
Yeah, I certainly think. I think so. Yeah, I think some of the content is too repeated. It just could be cut out and replaced with other things.
A little bit, at least a couple of the episodes. Though once again, though, they all kind of tie into something later. So that's why I'm kind of reserving my judgment watching it again, because if they seem wasted right now, I'll admit that, but. You know how it's kind of I'm trying to think of another example. Oh, similar example. And I do this like a bit in Brotherhood too. But you've seen Samurai Jack, right?
Yeah.
Did you watch the last season?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, remember how in Samurai Jack, talk about a show that's really just obviously different, but he's wandering around meeting different people. Mm-hmm. And the last season, a bunch of people kind of come back to help him and it pays off.
Back, yeah.
It's kind of like that. It's like people, there's a reason they have these early adventures, then they'll tie back in. But it's a slow burn.
But it's also do you need to explain the adventure? Could you just say, oh, he helped the town one time? You know what I mean?
And you know what?
Could he throw that one-liner in, and would it have a very similar impact?
And later on, I don't know. But
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Show, I think.
Probably not. I mean, to be fair, that's one thing that Brotherhood does differently, is they don't really have an extended flashback series of episodes
Mm-hmm.
where it's like he became the Fullmetal Alchemist and helped people and whatever, and that's fine.
Yeah.
So that's another difference. So I don't know. I think I kind of like the world building, and I kind of like the pace, but at the same time, what we do with those episodes, I think is a little repetitive. Like personally, I think the Phantom Thief is fine, but it does seem you could completely remove it, and I appreciated them more now. But I've never been a big fan of the other Elric brothers, because I think that they're supposed to be a mirror for the other brothers, but isn't that every other character they've met to some degree?
Yeah.
So I'm like, why do we need literally the other Elric?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, they could have. I think that's all the villains, though.
I know.
They could literally be any villain. You know what I mean? They could literally be any person, and it would still have the same sort of effect.
Look,
and they don't. There's no personalized effect on the story, right?
Not really. And I think they're making it a little more obvious. My favorite mirror for them was the guy in one of the early episodes that was making the mannequins of his wife. I know you thought that episode was weird, but I thought that
was weird.
I thought it was creepy. I liked that one though.
Yeah, it was like
Okay, guy using science for evil.
Yeah, it hit. I mean,
good intentions.
The main themes.
Boom, we got it. But actually, okay, you know what?
But he took it too far. So let's not take it that far. That's every episode.
Yeah, basically, took it too far. Actually, you know what? Scratch everything I just said. Okay, they all kind of do the same thing that the Shao Tucker Nina thing did. Like that whole two-parter we watched is literally. I think that sold it home.
Yeah, they just took it too far.
And I think it's like every other episode after this is like he's like, no, this isolated incident is just it. But he just keeps seeing that. So it's just his further disillusionment, but maybe it seems repetitive. So you are interested in watching it, but you're still kind of on the fence about it, it sounds like.
Still am not sure if it's a good show. I think every episode has been fine. I don't think any episode has stand out been good.
Blown you away yet.
I mean, even like when you ask me like, what is your favorite episode we watched? They're all like the same. Like there's none of them are felt like any particularly better than any other. It's like
no, I think it's fine thus far, but I admit I keep getting excited to I keep thinking, man, when the show gets good, it gets good, but it's taking a while to get there. Look, I think when they get to Lab 5, if you're not more intrigued by the show, I think it's not going to be looking good.
How far into Lab 5 is that? Like 30 episodes?
I don't think it's that bad, because like I said, they mentioned Dr. Marcos, so we got to meet Dr. Marcos in. All right, so I think literally next episode, okay, next episode, for next time we get to this, he has to ask Mustang about Dr. Marco. He's going to pretend like he doesn't exist, and he has to fight him for it. They got to have a fight to prove his worth. So we're going to have a fight to get the information.
Mustang, okay.
Oh, how do you feel about Mustang so far?
He's fine. It's whatever.
You like Mustang?
He's such a very general leader character.
Authority figure out?
Very.
Do you like his...
one-sided person. Like, I don't know.
Okay, gotcha. That's fine. All right. You know what? Here's what it is. We're going to meet Dr. Marco. We're going to get some backstory about Dr. Marco. And there's going to be more backstory stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There's definitely... Oh, wait. I'll tell you something. My favorite episode of the show is Not Too Far Away.
How many episodes are we?
That would be like...
We're on 12.
16. It's kind of a standalone episode, but
4 episodes.
All right. Not my favorite episode. But it has my favorite scene in all Fullmetal Alchemist.
Okay.
So I'll be curious to see what you think of that one. And then...
How far in Lab 5 are we?
Hold on a second. Okay, wait. Hold on. I'm just trying to see what Lab 5 is. I think Lab 5 is... I want to say episode 18.
Okay.
Because they talk about the lab. Yeah.
So we're not going to get into it next time.
Like 18 or 19.
But the next time after that.
I think so. If we do a bigger block, I think we might get to it. But we got to meet the guy who worked at Lab 5 and deal with him for a while. And I think there'll be more action, and I think the villains will come in more. So we have to meet him, and then we got to actually go to the place he was at.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when, well, I guess a certain plot twist is revealed. Ooh. So Maybe not.
Is Mustang evil? Is that the plot twist? Wouldn't surprise me.
I'm not going to say anything. That sounds very interesting, what you just said, though.
All right.
But yeah, no, that's it.
Okay.
So, yeah, if you guys have been watching it or you remember it, let us know your thoughts on these episodes and how they hold up. And I'm thinking next time I want to kind of give Samurai Champloo some love because it did get a couple votes.
Sure, yeah, we could watch that.
Maybe we can watch that next time.
I do want to watch that show.
So we'll watch that next time. Then I'll put up the poll again. I know Naruto got like a vote. I know that somebody
I don't
wants...
know if I want to watch Naruto.
And
I think I'm the same about Pokemon is I just don't want to watch those.
And that's what I wanted to say to you is that like kind of the way you feel about One Piece, like I don't really want to watch Naruto again.
We've experienced it. We understand it.
I get like... It's like I said before. I kind of liked some things about it, but you want to talk about pacing. We watched 10 episodes and...
We fast forward through a lot of them, too.
It didn't matter. It still felt like it was just a lot of, standing around.
If we have to fast forward through a show, it's not good.
That's a problem.
It's
too
slow.
Yeah, I just read the manga at some point again, I guess. But no, I want to watch Samurai Champloo, and then I'm going to put the poll up again, and I'm debating either putting up... So far, it's just mostly been Hakusho, FMA, and Gundam.
Yeah.
Do you want to go back to Gundam again, or do you want me to throw a couple new ones into the mix for the new poll?
Gundam's not bad.
I know, but I'll tell you, Gundam got no love in the last poll.
I don't know how much more Gundam I would watch too. It's like I feel like that's a show. I think
you said you were really
but I think that's a show. I think that's better off for me just watching my own. Right?
Okay.
I don't know how much more you could say about Gundam other than like
they
fought this bad guy.
He got a sword. He got a gun.
Yeah,
yeah, you're right. Maybe that's why it didn't get as much excitement.
I don't know how much I
want to say. All right, well then I'll tell you what. We'll put up a couple of the ones that people wanting us to watch, and then we'll select a couple other ones.
We'll have to look through. We have a list, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So we'll have to look through all that.
Champloo next time because damn it, we're gonna watch it.
Yeah.
I've been.
Do want to watch it.
Yeah, it's like third place, but damn it, I'm watching it.
No, I want to watch it.
I know we're gonna. And but let us know other suggestions for. Oh yeah, that's right. I don't know where. I don't think it's on any app I have, but somebody did suggest Shaman King. So.
Shaman King. Didn't I look that up? I think I googled that and it looked fine.
Yeah, I don't know much about it. It's like they got. It's kind of like Yu-Gi-Oh-esque. It's kind of like JoJo. They got stands like fights with weird ghosts.
We should watch JoJo.
I'd watch JoJo
one of the
again.
seasons. We'll watch them.
You know something? I have never watched season 2.
Okay, we'll watch season 2 of JoJo.
Or we can watch 1 again because I never finished it. I mean, we could watch. I actually like JoJo, but I have my experience with it is all over the place because I know about Stardust Crusaders, like because I watched the OVA years ago, so I'm like, I get it. I didn't have to watch like 60 episodes because I watched like the 10 they released like back in the day, and I got it. I'd watch the new.
Yeah, that's all I know about JoJo.
Oh, just the fight with Dio and all that.
Yeah,
well, that's the most popular part. But but anyway, yeah. If you guys want us to watch JoJo, maybe watch that. I'm sure people love that. People love fucking JoJo. Anything else stands out? I'd love to talk about Hunter x Hunter again.
Yeah, I'd have to watch. I haven't watched that in years.
Well, we'll look up the list and you'll find up some new things on the poll probably.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So, but yes. In any case, Nick, thank you for joining me to talk about some anime.
Thank you for listening to our ramblings.
Ramblings about things.
And see you next time.
See you next time. And
like and subscribe.
Like, share, subscribe. Stay magical, etc.